It's my belief that one of the reasons why people often fail New Year's resolutions or fail making any kind of big habit change, besides the fact that they set goals that are way too big and are not able to be integrated into their life whatsoever, but they miss the first crucial step. And that is to notice the patterns they currently have. Just see what they're doing, how they're experiencing life, how they're interacting with it. Because we can't break patterns that we don't see. We can't know to change something that we're not aware is already there. We always want to jump ahead to the doing of the work, forgetting that simply being present, showing up, being here now is one of the most crucial components to making changes in our life, because we can only make change in this moment, right here, right now. We can think about changes we want to make in the future. We can't implement them until we get to that point. And so a big part of the work I do with clients at the beginning is helping them learn to notice, to touch base with what's happening in the moment. What are they feeling? What sensations are they experiencing? Where are they? What color are they? What density are they? Where do they fit? What thoughts are running through their head? How do the thoughts show up? What happens after? And then, and next, until they've noticed all of these different pieces and they can put them together into a pattern. And then we can ask the question, is this working? Is this serving you? We have to have something first in order to ask that. Noticing what shows up inside of us, how we interact with it, and then how we interact with the greater world is crucial to making changes in our life and being able to adapt when things change. If you watched my earlier video about diffusion, and if you haven't, I'll put it here. One of the best steps when we're trying to create some space between that kind of thought and reaction or experience reaction is to simply pause. Pause and notice what's happening. Create that space. And then we can pivot towards something that's important to us. Oftentimes, I recommend clients, when they're trying to interrupt those patterns initially, is just pause and connect with something in the moment. That could be our breath, though for a lot of people that can be anxiety-provoking too. It can be looking around and noticing things. I guarantee you, if you walk around your neighborhood with an eye to really notice small details, colors, shapes, sounds, all of that kind of stuff, you're gonna pick up on things that you never saw before. Maybe a little cat peering out of a window, or the signs of the seasons changing as the leaves change color or flowers bloom, or that someone fixed their number on their house sign or planted some new flowers. There are so many things we just straight up miss in life because we aren't paying attention. And just as we can be present in this moment by turning our attention outward, we can do it by turning inward as well. If I'm having a feeling or a sensation, seeing if I can map where it is on my body. Can I wiggle my toes in my shoes? Can I feel each individual toe? Can I ground my feet into the earth or the floor or your shoes? One of my favorite activities for just dropping into the moment is finger tapping. Just practicing touching each finger to your thumb and noticing the moment you feel that sensation. It's a really simple exercise, but what it does is it just helps us tune in to one sensation happening right now in this moment that's loud enough that we can hear it. And yes, you can practice this through traditional meditation or mindfulness exercises. I'm a huge fan of the app Headspace, but there are a billion of them out there at this point. And while eyes closed, seated, intentional exercises are wonderful, they're not super practical. You can't necessarily draw those out into everyday life. And so developing different ways to kind of drop into your experience, to describe, to notice, to observe, just sporadically throughout the day, can help you be more connected, be more present, and begin to notice what are the thoughts, feelings, memories, sensations that are showing up. We get sucked into those. What happens next? And is that working for us? So that we can begin to create space between those experiences so we get to choose what happens next, not our thoughts or feelings. Because the truth is, we can only move towards our values in this moment, right here, right now. And if you want to learn how to be better at perspective taking and building your empathy, check out this ACT Core Process video on self as context.